Subscribe to our YouTube Club 520. We clowning on that mother.
Just hit the button.
God.
Don't ask more questions.
Subscribe.
Some of your favorite quarterbacks?
Number one, Cam. Sure.
Okay.
That's dope.
See that?
That's my dog. Lamar, definitely.
GOAT.
Vic, for sure.
For sure.
I like Josh Allen a lot. I like A-Rod a lot.
Man,
I could really keep going.
For sure.
You
man,
a fan of the game.
Yeah.
Man, I was thinking about this the other day, looking at some old Madden covers and stuff like that. I was like, some of the black quarterbacks that don't get spoken enough, dog, Steve McNair was one of the coldest that don't get talked about
Yeah,
enough,
it was
bro.
nice.
I've been hearing a little bit about him.
Yeah,
Bro,
it was
one
nice.
of the coldest.
I had this jersey. I wore that motherfucker every day. Don't say nothing. And we ain't gonna start.
What was
I
my-
ain't had no gear, bro.
Nah, I just
you
I'm
already
sorry,
know,
bro. I love Mama Teague and them, bro. There was a lot of y'all, bro. Y'all was a real Brady Bunch, bro. The black jersey, bro.
The Steve McNair jersey or the FUBU jersey? Which one?
No, that 92 jersey is crazy. See, hey, Rich too young for that.
Oh, yeah, he don't know
He ain't
about
know nothing about that.
No, you don't need to see that.
Yeah,
You
people
go,
was
Nah,
already
you on that
swaggy by the time like you became like 14, 15. Y'all was already geared. Like,
yeah, we had
feel
some
me?
back
They going to prom. They suits tailored.
Yeah.
They got designer shoes.
My suit for prom was a 4X.
K&G model.
Look.
Feel me?
Nah, facts, bro. My suit was
Yeah,
4X, bro.
You wanted it like that?
Yeah.
That's how we wore our clothes back then.
Hey, that's the jersey.
Yeah.
That's the one you
He wore that to prom.
You got chill. He lying, bro. I ain't wearing it at the prom. My suit was a 4X, though.
Yeah, bro. We wore our clothes big back in the day. I don't know if
jeans
you
was
know.
a 42.
That ain't it, though.
Nah, it would. It would. Trust me, it would.
That's why I said y'all fashion is way
Yeah.
better than ours, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
that's true.
going to try to pull out a suit like that one day.
Nah, don't do that, bro.
Nah.
Try to bring it
I
back.
mean, it probably won't be that crazy right now. Baggy clothes coming back in. What we was doing was absurd. I was 155, had 42 jeans, bro.
Yeah. Niggas was hooping
I
in
don't even
4X,
wear
5X t-shirts under their jerseys.
That was drip to y'all.
Yeah, for real.
It was nasty work, but that was
If
time.
you bored one day, bro, go check out Soulja Boy videos back in
I
like.
used to always watch that show.
Yeah, go see how long his shirts was.
I seen it.
Yeah, that was a.
Man,
That was
It
our
was a nasty time.
nasty.
Very nasty
that ain't
time.
it. That ain't it.
Nah, facts.
It be so funny listening to people his age talk about us. They be so disappointed in us.
So hurt. He was hurt when I said I had a 4X. He looked back.
so-
Like,
Nigga, I don't wear 4X now.
Crazy. I would never like willingly go put on a 4X anything. Like,
that's my fault, bro. I was bugging, bro.
Oh, man. But obviously, man, you know what I'm saying? You adjusted and went crazy. I got to ask you, your last year at Florida, how was that? Because, you know what I'm saying? A lot going on. Like, people obviously recognize how talented you were and how good you were. And a lot of people, like you said, slept on you. And then as the season progresses and now it's time, season's ending, draft boards is coming, and now your name is like shooting to the top where you're like, I should have already been there, but like everybody's waking up to you. How was that feeling to start, like, you know what I'm saying, get some of the recognition from the fruits of your labor at the same time, still kind of slighting you?
man, I ain't gonna lie, my whole career at Florida was a little different. My first year, of course, I got redshirted. I only played 4 games. My first career pass was an interception. One of my first career runs was a fumble. So it was a little rocky already. But last game of the season, they threw me out there. We was getting whooped by Oklahoma, losing by 30. Threw my first touchdown. I'm like, I'm cheesing. Yeah. We down like 30. Everybody like, are you good? I'm like, yeah, I just threw a touchdown. So that kind of set it up for me. And I was like, okay, this next year I got a chance to be a starting quarterback. And my dog E, you know, he a dog too. So, you know, me and him competing every day. And he won the job. It was like, all right, cool. You gonna get in. Y'all gonna split time a little bit. So I'm like, cool. And I started pulling my hammies. Never pulled my hammies before. I'm like, bro, what's going on? So played a few games that year. They messed around and threw me out there to start against Georgia. Number 1 defense in the country. Like, statistically everywhere. It's like, man, first game. Left that game early with a concussion. So I'm like, bro, something ain't right. Then I messed my knee up and had to have surgery at the end of the season. So my 3rd year, had a new coaching staff. I told him, I say, man, I'm gonna see how this spring go, but if it ain't it, I'm out of here. You know, so they was like, all right, we understand. Because I was gonna have to learn a new offense and stuff, and I was like, man, I don't know. And I'm coming off a knee surgery. You know, I might not be able to run the same. But, you know, I stuck with it. know what I'm saying? My family was there to support me. I had the guys with me all the time. They were supporting me. They was turned up at the games. But finally, like, that end of that year, I already knew I wasn't going to be at Florida again. You know, whether I did declare or not, I wasn't going to be there again. Because I just felt like I just needed a change, something new for me. But I declared because I was hearing I can get drafted first round, second round. I'm like, who don't want to get drafted first or second round?
Fucking right.
You know what I'm saying? I just bet on myself, put my name out there, and then I already knew I was going to do me. Everybody was going to finally start waking up and seeing who I was. So everything just fall in line, you know, shout out to God.
For sure. And that was the fire part, like you said, dealing with the adversity that you dealt with.
Yeah.
But your skill and ability was always there no matter what happened. It was just needed to be recognized at the right time. And that's what the fire part about it was. It's like you had the people who were skeptical about it. It's like, we didn't see enough. But then when they saw you actually work, they saw you do your shit, like, it's undeniable.
Yeah.
So that was like dope to see. And then obviously, we ain't gonna go too far, but like, you coming here, bro, means so much. I know you probably hear that shit a lot, but for this city and the people that look like us and the representation that happens, we don't get that to happen a lot here. So for that to happen, for you to come here, it's crazy. But definitely got to talk about that process, man. Did you even know that you was going to be in Indianapolis? Obviously, maybe not, but did you have a thought about that?
Man, you know, it's crazy. So before I even declared, everybody was like, oh, bro, you might end up in Indy. You might end up in Indy. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'm hearing they need a quarterback, but it was like 5 other teams that needed QBs too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, bet, we'll see. Training keep going. I just keep hearing more and more. I'm like, all right, this might actually happen. Then I started hearing more about other teams. So I'm like, all right, so I see how this finna go. Like, I just don't know where I'm gonna end up. And I thought I was going number 1. I swear I did. And my agent told me, he was like, you know what I'm saying, they moving around, they doing certain stuff, so you know what I'm saying, they might get you. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? First round, number 1 pick.
That's crazy.
Like, why not?
Boy.
But man, we got closer to the drive, and we at the drive like 2 or 3 days before the drive. And like, I'm like, bro, I didn't hear no call from Carolina yet. So I'm like, I'm not going number 1. You know what I'm telling them? I'm like, bro, I'm not going number 1. It's like, you don't know, just chill. I'm like, all right, bro. So the day of the drive, they had a little hats set up or whatever. And then one of the running backs had them like messed up one of the hats. It was Bijan. Messed up one of the hats.
John Robinson.
It was an Indy hat. My mom went over there to take pictures with the other QB moms, and she fixed the hat. I'm sitting there watching her, and she's fixing the hat. So I'm like, man, something ain't right. And she was the only person that seen the hat that was messed up, and she the one when I fixed it. I'm like, all right, I might mess around. I do end up in Indy for real.
That's crazy.
So
That's crazy.
That 4th pick came. Well, even before the 4th pick, the 3rd pick, that's what we was really worried about, though, because we kept hearing people was going to trade up and try to grab me. Then Houston got that pick. I looked at my folks, I said, we going to Indy. That was that.